It's Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. All that and more coming up next.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here in the Steel City, I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined by my partner, Charles Davis. And Charles, it doesn't matter what year it is, who the players are that are wearing the black and gold. It is never an easy assignment to come in and win here in Pittsburgh on this field.
And this team always takes on the identity of this city. They're going to be tough physically, but they're also going to be tough mentally. Just 3 head coaches in 54 years. They've established their program. They know who they are. Good luck coming in and trying to take one from the Steelers.
And meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, one era ends, another begins. And this is a team that finished 8-9 last year, missed out on the playoffs at the very end. What needs to happen for the green and gold to be playoff bound once more?
Everyone's focusing on how they're starting over on the offensive side of the ball. But to me, they have an accumulation of talent on defense that needs to play like a top 10, top 5 defense in the NFL.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. Third and long after the sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Now on fourth down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. The rookie Jaden Reed deep for the Packers. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett finding Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. after the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Ball in an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here the new-look Packers set to go to work. And at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now throw there by Love, pulled in by Reed. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Going back to Love. The try. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Love. Throwing a slant pattern here, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Ready.
To the air again, Love. This one swung out here to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Love looking to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft from 3 yards out. And the Packers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. First and 10, here's Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw, Pickett. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
We got to be big time. Let's go.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half from the second-year man at quarterback, Kenny Pickett. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Pickett back to throw. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Austin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 33-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd and 2. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Pickett now on first down. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. On the give, this is Harris. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll run again with Harris. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
From the 3 now, here they come on third and goal. Here's Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Allen Robinson from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the 2 of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw now. Here's Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And give give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Harris. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 82 yards. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and the lead now down to 20. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. and he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control. They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there.